Modern Jewish history, and it begins with three words: Dear Lord Rothschild.
Dear Lord Rothschild, I have much pleasure in conveying to you, on behalf of His Majesty's government, the following declaration of sympathy with Jewish Zionist aspirations, which has been submitted to and approved by the Cabinet.
Why was it that this letter was sent by the Foreign Secretary to your great-uncle Walter?
It's an interesting question because it was primarily a movement from Eastern Europe, but they didn't clarify who was in charge of that movement. And in addition, it was after all in Great Britain. So they felt that the Rothschild family should be the one to whom it was addressed. And Walter was Lord Rothschild, and he was a Zionist. With favour the establishment of Palestine as a national home for the Jewish people, and will use their best endeavours to facilitate the achievement of this object, it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine, or the rights and political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country.
It is the Balfour Declaration. What do you feel when you see it here?
Were also responsible for creating the state of Israel. Look up Baron Rothschild. I mean, the family created Israel in return as a favor for financing World War II. But the banking system, if you want to talk about Illuminati or you want to talk about a one world government or a banking system, all of that, it's all money. It's all numbers. At the end of the day, whether it's the banks, it's the control of the money.
Sorry, Mayor.
So that's like their butt prints and the wet concrete. This is the girl and this is the boy. Like, is that necessary for a kid's show?
And you are not alone, because the comments also think the same thing. Here they say Paw Patrol is not allowed in our household. People don't understand how intentional that is. It's an animated show. It was intentionally drawn, put there, and also approved for publication. It is very obviously intentional. And look at the like count. Everyone agrees.
The non-consensual sexualization of children in kids shows is something that should definitely be investigated. Anybody who's participating in that, even as a joke, should be nowhere near making content for kids.
How many things in your life beep? Think about this. You get in the car today. How many times does it beep? It beeps when you open the door. It beeps if you don't put on your seatbelt. It beeps when you do anything. Oh, you're getting a little close to the car to the right. It beeps. Think about your washer machine. It beeps when you open the door. It beeps when you close the door. It beeps when you turn it on. It beeps when you turn it off. Think about how everything is beeping, 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 beeping. This is just one sound technique that's designed to control your brain, to put you in a controlling state. Really? How do you train a dog? They have a clicker. You make the sound, click, and then you give the dog a treat. And the dog connects the sound of the click with the treat, or the sound of the click with the penalty. And then it learns. You are controlling the animal. The elites are doing the same thing. And that's just one sound technique. There are dozens that are being used. Example, you're in your house. You're sitting, it's quiet, there's nobody in your house. It's beautiful, you're peaceful. And then the power goes out. And all of a sudden you realize, wow, it's really quiet now. And then the power goes on, and then you hear for the first time that low-level hum of all the different devices in your house that's been in the background the entire time. That is a weapon being used to control your brain, to put you in a state of submissiveness where you will do what I tell you to do. This is a technique that's being used and has been used and is incredibly effective. Why? Because you never see it coming and you have no knowledge that it's there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Beep, put your seatbelt on. Beep, put your seatbelt on. Beep. I'm putting my seatbelt on to stop the beep. The beep is pain. It's causing you to feel pain. It's irritation. It's annoyance. It's something you want to stop. And this is how we program you. It's a beautiful thing. I can program you. I can control you. I can make you do anything I want. That's what the elites know. If you become aware of this, now you start taking your power and control back. But if you are asleep and you're not aware of it, it's so easy to manipulate you and control you.
Guys, this is very important, and this is not a drill.
Listen
I'm literally
this, man.
interrupting my gaming to tell you this.
Strange
Okay?
out here.
The U.S. Department of Labor is taking over K through 12 education. I'm not shitting you. It is on their website. They are moving K-12 from the Department of Education to the Department of Labor. Here's your evidence.
What y'all think, man? They're trying to make our future dumb, huh?
They're putting human-derived additives in your food, and I told you this 5 years ago, but my video got removed, so listen to this.
There's a list of companies that are using human fetal cells from aborted babies as a flavor enhancement in our food supply.
Pepsi was busted for doing that. Pepsi was using that as a flavor enhancer in their cola.
Yeah, PepsiCo is certainly one of them, but the list is very long, and it's important for everybody to download the flyer that we have on stopthecrime.net so you don't consume this aborted fetal tissue. What does it do? Well, it incites anger, and it literally rewires our brain as we cannibalize ourselves. The same thing, of course, which happened with mad cow disease when they were grinding up roadkill and other cattle and feeding it to the cattle. We're being fed our own species, and we must know the products that are certainly implementing this. So I'm going to just read some of this to you now, but again, I caution you when you type in the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies, which you can do. Again, the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies. You're going to see a very disturbing photograph. But Cinemix is listed on its website, and its partners decided to ignore the letter from the Right to Life group that was certainly organizing against the use of humans in the food supply. And sadly, the Right for Life group lost their bid to stop this during the Obama administration. Now remember, it doesn't matter who's president. Anyone could have been president at that time. We're a corporate structure. We're run by the corporation, and certainly PepsiCo is a massive corporation.
But how will kids learn to socialize without school? That question sounds caring, responsible, but it's built on a big assumption that what happens in school is natural socialization. It's not. School is built on power, who gets to talk, when you can move, who decides the rules, who has authority, and who doesn't. Kids are placed in age-segregated groups they didn't choose. In relationships they can't leave, under rules they didn't help create. That's not how real relationships work. In real life, we choose, we leave, we set boundaries, we move between ages, we negotiate power. So school doesn't teach kids how to relate as equals. It teaches them how to survive hierarchies. Being around other kids is not the same as learning healthy relationships. That's not socialization, that's adaptation to power. I want to hear how this resonates for you, so please leave your comment below. And remember to follow us for more critical thinking around the school system.